and can't believe how time flies. It wasn't too long ago when we started this masterclass, and now we are towards the end. Yeah, so so I wanted to share that I started this meditation masterclass on soothing discomfort because I wanted to provide a structure for anybody who's interested to pick up meditation, not just the conventional way of getting a certification from some meditation school, but rather something that is updated to current energies that allows us to go beyond what a typical meditation, just connecting to your body, can do. And in this meditation masterclass, it doesn't matter whether you are joining us first time in the last session or you have been following us throughout. It is something that you can go into any healing container anytime and still benefit from it. You don't have to strictly follow a sequential order. So in this meditation masterclass, we had this structure which we proposed, which was for us to explore when starting out meditation, the common things that we often grapple with, the inner and the outer discomfort. Because these things, if left unaddressed, will create a lot of blocks and resistances within ourselves, making us think that maybe meditation is not suited for me. I can't do meditation at all. Meditation is too up there and it's not for me. But I wanted to clarify all these doubts so that we realize that anyone can meditate. And whatever level we are in, we can have something for us to level up from there. So then I also move on in week 2 to dismantle false expectations we have towards meditation. That's very important because often unknowingly, these kind of false expectations hold us hostage to a certain way that meditation should be. And if I'm not getting it right, maybe, I shouldn't be meditating at all. Yeah, then after that, you realize through this meditation masterclass, what's of central focus is often our body, our physical body. So it is our important vessel for us to connect to heighten our own sensitivity. Because it is through our body that we have this guidance coming through, where pain is felt in the body, where stress and unresolved emotions are held. And it is also through the body that eventually intuition develops, the guidance from the divine that comes through us, not from anywhere, but it usually comes in as light codes through our body, allowing us to feel via sensations, via knowing, via our heart. So that's why our body is very important. And that's why in different healing containers, we always go back to the body, always go back to check in on our body. Imagine a body that is so exhausted, so tied down by all the pain and stresses of the world. The body is already hardened. It is very difficult for us to even feel into what's wrong with the body. And if that's difficult, let alone connecting to the divine, the body is hardened. It's not that we cannot connect. It's just that we then need to identify what's the issue and to rewire from there. Yeah. So this meditation masterclass, we have gone through all these healing containers. And what we want to bring across is that you are empowered to create lasting, positive changes within yourself. the resources will be available. Even after the meditation masterclass ends, it is the intention that each time you listen into the replay, or each time you set your intention to tune in to the energies of a healing container from this meditation masterclass, the energies get opened up for you, and it will allow you to experience a deeper integration, whatever that means. Yeah, so this is for you, available, and it is up to you how best you want to harness this resource for yourself. And so I wrote down some of the things I wanted to cover, is to let you consider how you can use this after that. So one of the things that came to mind is what will happen if you continue to listen in to this series of meditation masterclass, the replays. When we say listening to the replay, there are two ways. One is just to listen in to my voice for the healing container or the transmission. The second way is to set an intention in your own meditation to connect to this healing container, and it will open up for you. Again, the issue is intention and trust. So if you continue to tune in to these energies, these are gentle, loving, and cleansing frequencies. It feels like we have anchored in Mother God and the Goddess frequencies in this whole series. And as you continue, you will experience a gradual softening of your energies. It's like how people might sometimes perceive some of us to be too strong, too independent, too tough. Everything we take it on, everything we look like so serious and solemn. Well, maybe it's not intentional, but over time, this is the resilience that many of us build to survive in this world. We cannot be weak and vulnerable, otherwise we'll be taken advantage of. We can't look that weak, because otherwise, how can we stand up to the world? But what happens when we connect to these divine frequencies is you realize that you can soften and not be naive and not be that weak, vulnerable self that you fear. Because within this softness lies power. It's like a kind of quiet confidence that you emanate, that you may not need to say a lot, but people feel it within you, that your energies become more open and receptive, but in a way that if you need to stand up and be firm, you can do so, but you choose not to. So these energies over time will help soften you. And that's the best word I can find in my limited vocabulary to explain. Yeah, because that's what I realized for myself, softening, and in my clients, softening of energies, especially for people who have been carrying the burden of the world so intensively all these years. And it also helps us to deepen our connection with the divine. And through the divine, they are representatives. So these healing containers connect us to our body. And from the body, we become that bridge or gateway to the divine. Beyond religion, and different divine beings hold certain frequencies that are like aspects of Father, Mother, God, if we put it this way. So maybe say certain goddesses like Mother Tara, certain parts of Mother Tara might hold more compassion. Yeah, she might have other range of divine frequencies, but that's the more prominent one. And then say, for example, if we move to Egypt goddess segment, she has more powerful, fiery energies. So that's different range of divine frequencies. So as we sit in this healing container, we will get to deepen our connection with the divine and its representatives, whatever that means, to allow us to experience that. Importantly, we get to embody more and more that lasting peace, ease, and assurance within us. It's like the more you integrate these energies, the more you realize that it is an unshakable truth that the divine is all around us and ready and willing to work with us. It's like us saying, yes, I want to work with you. Come work with me. And then a relationship blossoms. And when we keep going back, when we keep trying, when we allow ourselves to have that benefit of the doubt beyond the mind, to just give it a try, to continue to commit to this, over time, you will start to witness your own beautiful changes within yourself. And it will reach a point that it is undisputable. It is beyond the mind. Yeah. So I wanted to share for myself working in these healing meditations. I call it healing meditations in divine frequencies because it is not just the typical meditation, not trying to downplay anybody here, just saying it as it is, that we are not just saying, come, close your eyes, sit in silence, follow your breath. Okay, follow, 30 minutes, done. Exit meditation. It is beyond that. It is not just breath work or whatever instructions that go through. But in each healing container, there's that energetic aspect where as I speak, as I guide through this transmission and the healing container, the light codes flow through. Your energy bodies receive. It's not just the physical body there trying to exert the mind to focus on a set of instructions, but you will feel subtle shifts. It's like the bodies, the pores are open like plants to absorb the light codes. That's why sometimes we feel after sitting through, say, an event, I feel different, but I can't quite explain. It's not as if I just sat there and followed my breath for 30 minutes, but something more shifts within. And as I go through my day, as I go through my week, if I listen into the replay, I feel something shifting more and more, but I can't quite pinpoint. So these are, I would say, energetic shifts that go beyond the mind, go beyond what the mind is trying to understand from a very scientific point of view. So then, as I go through these meditations in divine frequencies, what I realize over time is that it is not just in meditation, but the positive spillovers tangibly flow outside of meditation into my daily life. And who I am, say 6 years ago, and now are vastly different. Even if I don't have the intention for a radical change, I didn't detest myself back then, but I just don't know what the more authentic or original self of mine would be. As I sit in these healing containers, it rewires me. It rewires me, it brings back parts of me that I never knew existed within me. And one of the lasting changes I noticed from having this daily meditation practice in these healing meditations, not just any meditation, is that I start to feel more space, more detachment from all that's going through in my daily life. Last time I would feel inextricably woven with every issue and problem and person in my life. But as I embark on a meditation practice, I feel more and more detached until I realize it's almost like every day I have a part of me that's like a neutral third party beside me. Very hard to explain, but it's just that I always feel like now there's another part of me that's quietly watching me and watching the dynamics going on, almost like a camera at the back, but it's a part of me. And that level of heightened awareness and mindfulness just happens. And throughout the day, it's not trying to be difficult or what, it's just quietly observing all that's going on. And it allows me to often have that bandwidth to rethink all the conversations I had or things that I do on autopilot. It just happens. And because of this neutral third party of myself coming in more strongly and more naturally in my life, it helps me to refine myself as a person, my thoughts, speech, and actions, even if there are some things that I just blurt out on autopilot. And then I notice that it affected another person's emotions. These are things that my neutral third party will quietly observe and make me realize that, there's some refinement to do, there's some digesting to go about. And I also realized then it brought me, this detachment also brought me a profound sense of quiet peace and assurance within. It almost feels like I'm no longer tied to this rat race where everybody is rushing around like robots. But I'm just there, but not entangled with everybody's drama and problems. And in fact, I feel that a greater responsibility within, that I'm there in a more clear-headed way to gently shine my light and love when needed. And it doesn't require or necessitate me to be a loudspeaker everywhere I go. But sometimes it means our energies have refined. And wherever we go and continue to refine ourselves, people find our energy soothing. People automatically gravitate towards us. And it's like in that state of being, we have a greater responsibility beyond ourselves, beyond just sitting in meditation, beyond our neutral third party. It brought us to a better place. What next? Then it comes to the issue of service to others in many forms, in varied ways. There's no one set of playbook that everybody must abide by, like some company policy. It's flexible, it's creative. And I also wanted to share. Sometimes in this state of detachment, our mind and heart becomes very open to all kinds of new information coming in. and which then helps to teach us in ways that the mind was previously latching onto. Maybe we were latching on to old information that were outdated. Then our ego self just hold on to all this as the ultimate truth. These are the right teachers. These are the right teachings. Anything else is wrong because this is what I've been taught since young. Anything else is wrong. But as we allow these frequencies to weave through us, to integrate within us, the detachment forms, that space that allows us to revisit a lot of things in life. And that's when, in its gentle, subtle ways, the divine will come in to teach us. So say, for example, a few nights ago, I was just sitting in meditation in silence, nothing too fanciful, connecting with Father, Mother, God. And in that state, somewhere where I was a little floaty and resting in these frequencies, suddenly I saw a sacred geometry coming in, a flower of life symbol. And the flower of life symbol, I saw it in front of my dog, Wu Bin. So at the moment it came, and then I saw the flower of life symbol around all the plants in my garden. And that was the image that was shown to me. And when I felt in, I was taught or reminded that the animal and plant kingdom still retain much of the original consciousness or frequencies that were given by Father, Mother, God. That's why if you look at animals, they retain that level of purity, love, and innocence. That the eyes cannot fake it, the body language cannot fake it. That childlike faith and excitement. Then, you contrast that with what you look around in public transport on weekday mornings. Where is that purity, innocence, childlike faith and excitement? Everybody look like doomsday and cloaked in a shade of dark veil as we get ready for work and the stresses of work. Yeah, so it shows so much distortion happening within us. We are all magical creations of God, but hey, animals still retain quite a lot. Yeah. And then they show plants. And as I tune into plants, then they remind that you have so much to learn from plants, do you know? That they retain a lot of the original consciousness despite all the pollution that goes on and how we humans try to mess things up for them. That plants are able to not rush and still get everything done. That's the beauty, isn't it? That they are just at their quiet pace. You don't see the plant furiously growing in front of you. But each time we look at them, hey, they've grown. And there's no rush. But they still get it done. And they still blossom. And they are so adaptable. With every changing season, they know there's that cycle and they follow by it. Certain seasons they blossom. Certain seasons they lie dormant. They know when is it a good time to rest more. When is it a good time to shine their light to the world and start their little seedlings? And plants, I was also shown, there's no competition. Well, there's a lot of unseen collaboration that happens behind the scenes. If you look at any tree when you're walking around, often you see that tree also nurturing another plant species in its body. And trees are able to render help to neighboring trees. There's so much collaboration that goes along in the plant kingdom. So I was reminded, just sitting in meditation, just being shown the flower of life, sacred geometry symbol in animals and plants, that I was reminded that who's the real teacher here? Sometimes we come in to think that, hey, we humans are really big, I adopt this dog, I bought these plants, they are all under my control. Yeah, but actually, if we take a step back and think of it, they have a lot to teach us too. If we allow ourselves, our ego, to take a back seat and to be humble and recognize that the animal and plant kingdom retains more of the original consciousness in Father, Mother, God's creations. And therefore, it shows through their behavior, their actions. So they say that, so when we talk about seeding beauty in your daily life, is to have that level of detachment through our daily practice, to start to observe things that go on around us, start to observe ourselves, start to observe our interactions with others, and recognize things as it is, and recognize that we don't need to force our way through a lot of things. Sometimes it's about softening ourselves and identifying, being clear-headed to identify the path of least resistance, from which we just flow in through the crevices and get things done. Not all situations require us to bang our head against the wall. If we could just take reference in doubt from the animals and the plants around us, just observing their behavior, that will offer us some guidance. So I just share all these insights. Is just a little idea of what you can garner for yourself as you continue to sit through these kind of healing meditations in divine frequencies on your own or through the replay. And you will gain more insights on your own as well. And ultimately, shifts will happen when you least expect. And over time, people, as you keep, sticking to this, so there's no point if we listen and give up altogether very fast, then we'll go back to square one. But if you keep listening, one day people will start mentioning to you, hey, you just feel very different from when I first met you a few years ago. And one comment from my friend that I met recently, she said, last time, Asha, the way she walks around, the eyebrows like that, frown. Yeah, so she showed it to me. Then, yeah, she said, that's how you look in the office last time. Do you realize? Nowadays, you don't. So I don't, things like that, I don't know because I don't hold a mirror in front of myself to keep looking at myself for the whole day. So I realized, my energies have softened. Last time I frowned so hard, unknowingly. Yeah, even eating, I'm frowning because I'm thinking. But now I don't need to do so. Yeah, all is good. Yeah. So just an example. I've shared all that I wanted to share. And I want to just bring you through a healing container in this session to sum things up and invite the frequencies in. And if I may invite you to close your eyes, you may off your screen if you feel more comfortable. Close your eyes and allow these divine frequencies all around us to come close to us with an open heart and mind. So these frequencies have been quietly with us. The goddesses again holding hands around each of us. And they've been quietly just standing at the side as the transmission was being shared. Ever so patiently, they waited and quietly supported in the background. And these goddesses, they are like representatives of Father Mother God, of the divine. We don't need to know them personally, but to know that feeling in the body as they come close, as they surround us. And know that each breath that you take in, you are breathing in these light codes, these divine frequencies in your physical body, in your energy bodies, the invisible bodies around you. Each breath that you exhale, you release all that no longer serves. The stress and tension of the week, other people's drama and karma, anything and everything that does not belong to you hanging around in your energy fields. And these goddesses, they gently open up the space for you. They step back and they open up the bubble of light around you. And when you are seated or standing in your inner eye, a sacred geometry opens up beneath you. It's like a flower of life that opens up, and at its circumference are the goddesses holding hands. And allowing this flower of life that holds that original consciousness of the divine to flow through our energy fields, to flow through us. And all we need is a quiet receptivity. The mind does not need to process or understand. And from this flower of life symbol, it opens up a portal of light around us, interwoven with the divine frequencies as one. And this portal of light that opens up, it covers the entire breadth and depth of our body, and it shoots up to the cosmos above, like a strong pillar of bright light. And it is in this space we invite in the frequencies of Mother God to join us through this portal of light and to merge with us in our physical body. Again, we allow this experience to be open and flexible. Whatever comes, come. And inviting the Mother God frequencies to come merge with us as we are created in the image of Father, Mother God. We too look like them as their frequencies merge with us, their being of light merges with us, and allowing us to feel how these divine frequencies from the source feels like. As we take some quiet time in silence to just sit and rest in these frequencies. And feel our frantic hearts calming down, our busy mind calming down. As these divine frequencies quietly weave with all cells in our body, so gentle, quiet, yet powerful. And just allowing ourselves to place this soft, gentle focus on this guided visualization on my voice, and feel yourself allowing your defense mechanism to just take a step back, that it is safe to relax in these frequencies. Just rest. Mother God says that you often feel distant from me, like I'm in a faraway place that you can't see, feel, or hear me. That you have been taught you must be in a pure and fully receptive state in whatever means before you can receive me. That is not true. I'm here with you. You can come home to me within yourself. May this be the homecoming of more homecomings to come. And as you sit in this silence, much goes on in the energetic world. Your cells recognize the original consciousness emanating from the divine. It feels natural. It feels safe. And as the intertwining of energies take place, it rejuvenates the cells, and from which your organs and systems take it all in. And if you have been going through a difficult time, you feel exhausted, your mind, body, and emotions are in pain, this is a good space to rest in. That you don't need to be deserving or worthy to receive, because you already are. And as your physical body soaks up these Mother God frequencies, she extends her energies while sitting with you outwards. And as she extends outwards, her divine frequencies gently flow and merge with all your other energy bodies, your invisible bodies around you, holding them, soothing them. And her frequencies then extend to the entire circumference of the flower of life and merge with the goddesses, her beautiful representatives. And you, the chosen one, sits with her, resting in her frequencies, under her careful watch and protection. And as we sit in these frequencies, just so simple yet profound, she leaves her original consciousness with us. It allows us to integrate in our body these light codes, allowing us over time to integrate and transform ourselves from inside out, guiding us in our journey back to our true nature, whatever that means. Sometimes even beyond the wildest imagination of our mind. And I feel all our energy bodies opening up, so bright, so beautiful. And this is the true us. As we integrate more and more, this is us, the true representatives with a direct connection and embodiment of Mother God's frequencies. And we allow ourselves to continue to sit here for a little while as we invite Mother God to, with her divine hands, as she sits within us, to do what it needs for us at this moment. And before Mother God steps out of our energy fields respectfully, she leaves behind a gift for us in our heart space. And it can be anything that your inner eye can see or feel or not. But know that she has left something for you in each of your heart space, a part of her that will continue to blossom and integrate within you, within all that you have cultivated so far, that you hold the keys within yourself, and tangibly so. And with that, Mother God respectfully steps out of our energy fields through the portal of light that has opened up. And as the goddesses continue to hold hands around us, as the flower of life, sacred geometry symbol is beneath our feet, wherever standing or seated. Know that the divine, your invisible friends are all around you. And this is the start of a beautiful journey unfolding between you and the divine. Blessed be. And so it's time for us to bring ourselves, our consciousness, drawing it back gently to our body. And as that portal of light gathers around us, and we pull our consciousness back to our physical body, bring all parts of ourselves back to the space where we started this meditation. And know that you're so beautiful and a magical creation of the divine from inside out. And take your time, take in a few deep breaths, ground yourself. Anytime you feel ready, you may open your eyes. So do drink some water after each meditation, because a lot goes through in each healing container, whether we realize it or not. And our cells are nourished by water. Yeah, so it helps with healing. It helps with release. Yeah, and releasing of stuck emotions and energies. So that brings us to the end. Thanks for your patience, for sitting through the masterclass and through this session with an open heart and mind. And I'll send the recording. This is yours to keep, through my YouTube and through my podcast. You can just tune into them, use them as you need. And even if you don't want to listen to the replay, know that you are powerful, and with your intention and trust, just by sitting in silence, just by saying that I want to connect to the healing frequencies of session 3 of Meditation Masterclass, Soothing Discomfort, you can do so. So it is possible. Okay, so that's all from us. Have a good Sunday ahead. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, see ya. Or bye bye next time. Yeah, bye.